Hey everyone, we're back. If you're watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to like the video, leave a comment down in the description below. Both of those things helps us out tremendously. And if you are watching this live, don't forget to go check out the YouTube channel as well, since potentially in the near future we are going to be moving everything we do here over to there because Twitch is fucky wucky. Yeah. Also, if you're interested in joining our community, please consider joining our Patreon. Link to that is in the description below. That can add you to a waitlist for any of our pay-to-play games if you're interested in that as well. And let us get back into the action. So, Zone of Truth has now ended.
So... that was
Okay.
awkward.
Sterling, you message Reggie. He immediately looks over at you. Then how are we not so different?
We both want what's best for the Empire. Is this it? Did he say that out loud, or was that a
Oh,
message?
out loud, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both want what's best for the Empire.
You feel the same way I do about the Empire.
Yes, of course.
All right. I need you to roll as a whisper one of your two checks, either persuasion or deception. And unfortunately, Varel, I need insight. Reggie is going to insight, as is the High Priestess.
Dun. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Sorry.
So 20.
Let me do that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we take your minimum 20. Varel, he's a very difficult person to read when you're actually trying to. I mean, he looks so trustworthy.
No, very true.
And before anybody questions anything, both of them have the exact same modifier, plus 10, so it doesn't matter. However, Reggie looks at you very intently, very closely, and then turns and looks over at Lady Teresa. You believe the same way that Reginald does? That the Empire needs to change?
I believe all things need to change, and I do believe that the Empire could be better.
Reginald leans backward. Major Sterling Khan, your reputation is one that even I am aware of. And for somebody inside of the military to earn my gaze takes quite a lot. You are aware, even just by speaking these words out loud, that it is an obligation of someone who is a Volstrucker to remove you from the equation, correct?
Yes, but I know that I feel the same as you.
Teresa takes a step forward. So, do we all have a better understanding of where we come from?
I don't have
Yes,
a
ma'am.
problem. It's him that's trying to going all.
You literally
postal.
came here with the knowledge that you were supposed to assassinate me in hand. He just like raises his hands like, what the fuck are you gonna say to that?
Kai, perhaps now is not the time.
I think the most important thing is to stay focused on the task at hand. We got some useful information from the head.
Yes, and this entire ordeal has put us behind about a half an hour from where we should be with working. I can say that so long as all of you are comfortable knowing that I am going to have a dummy note crafted so that if anything happens to me, everything that has transpired today will immediately be reported to my superior. If I die, all of that information will go to him.
Well, can you specify that if we kill you? Because if you go, like, die somewhere else...
My magic is not that precise.
Can it be neutralized after?
I know how to stop it. And it would not be instantaneous.
I have no intention of killing you.
Well, even if
No.
your
I mean-
intention is not to kill me, you will be stuck keeping me alive as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if you're gonna want to go with us when we, try to go find the cultists.
Oh, absolutely. As well as when we go to deal with the gentleman. You know where he is. All I need is to evacuate the city block.
To do what?
I think he's going to light the entire place on fire.
He,
Burn
appa-
ash.
he apparently lied to us and made us think you were involved with the kidnapping of the judge. So I don't have any problem with that. I just want to give my blood back and the blood for my friend who's got a thing about his blood being elsewhere.
We can all deal with that after we deal with the current pressing matters at hand. However, so long as all of you are willing to work under the condition, knowing that if I am to expire and I do not come back within an hour, that my superior will know exactly what conversation we had today in full detail.
I guess we should keep you alive then.
Sounds good to me. I think our new friend will come in quite handy at keeping you alive. So I am not worried.
I'm sorry he has to blackmail you, but he needs to safeguard himself.
Taryn reaches her hand across the table.
Like a handshake?
He'll put on a different glove, shake your hand, remove it, put it in his back pocket, and put on that previous glove again.
What's up with the gloves anyway?
I think he's a germaphobe.
Are they white?
Yes.
Do they have patterns on the backs?
Would you like to roll me a perception check, Sneak?
Is it the same pattern I have tattooed on my chest?
It is not the same pattern, but he does have runic markings on the first pair of gloves. The second pair of glove has runic markings on the palm.
Oh.
So
they
the
do
one he
wash their
shakes with-
hands.
The one he shakes with has the palm markings. The one that he wears, well, not casually. Casually, he wears just pure white gloves. Right now, he put on his runic marking back of the hand gloves because he thought he might have to get into a fight. He has gloves for every situation.
As every good
Sure.
match.
Wait till you meet his dual gloves.
Quick question, Reggie. The person you turned you changed your appearance to, is that man the one called Vorvik?
No. I have no idea what Vordvik looks like. This man is just the individual who I suspect to be the leader of the cultist section of the Myriad themselves. I met him up close and personal when he tortured me back in the Empire.
Oh, okay. Okay. So where do we go from here? We don't really have a a lead other than the person you turned into was the one who sent the assassin after us. So we should go for him, but you say he's back in the Empire? We were under the impression he was in Nicojanus.
Oh crap! I
This
know what
was a
question
while
I should
ago.
have asked.
What'd you say, Sterling?
Nothing. I just, as the player, just know what question I should have asked, but too late. Never mind.
You
This
can
was
ask
a
it now.
while ago when I saw him in the Empire.
Okay, so he could have moved on.
Yes, he did move on.
Okay, so current things as is, we should return to Nicojanus.
You have suspicion he is
investigate there?
there.
I think we have more than suspicion. We have almost confirmation in that they attempted to force us out. Well, they succeeded, but we left willingly.
Very well.
At least one, I believe, is there.
Even if there's just one of his higher ups, I would like to have a more personal conversation with them.
So should we just go back to Nicojanus now?
He looks over at Teresa. If there is a potential that this individual is not here, I will send a message to some of my clergy. Send one or two more people to assist me with consecrating these grounds. Meryl, you'll be going with them. I do not agree with some of the methods they utilize. I need to know there is at least one strong conscience nearby.
I shall do my best.
She nods.
Kai kind of smirks secretly.
Okay.
So, if you need any assistance from this church, you are welcome to come here, stay here. She looks at you, Varel. Have you already made this your home?
Thanks to you and the other clergy members, it feels like home.
No, I mean the spell.
No.
You may want to do that before you leave. In case anything happens, you can quickly come back.
I will get
I
rid
believe
of-
you have the capacity to cast that spell.
Shant's joint, I do. But I just don't have it prepared.
What spell is it again?
It's a fifth level spell. I can't remember the name of it. It's like
Shant joint, I think it is.
No, it's not
horrible
sure.
at pronunciation.
I thought it was the ritual of recall,
Recall. Yeah, word of recall, I think.
or word of recall.
Spells
I
right.
think it's a 6th level.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna look right now. One sec.
Yeah, it's a 6th level. You don't have 6th level spells
Yeah,
yet.
I don't have that yet. I'm only max fifth level.
Never mind, you better be careful.
Yeah, thank you, Teresa. You've been a most gracious host, and we appreciate our time here. Commander Kai, should we get ready?
Sure.
So, should we leave immediately, or do you have any more business to do in port soon? I think we hit everything we came here to do, right?
Yes, we're ready to go back.
I am ready already.
Excellent.
So, let us be off then. He takes a couple of steps over towards the door, steps outside, whistles loudly, and a white with black spotted mare trots up to him.
Do you have one for all of us?
No.
We have the wagon.
That's true. I'll jump in the back and get comfortable because it's going to be another 3 or 4 days.
As Taryn walks by Reginald to get to the front of the wagon, she'll flip one of her knives around and point at him handle first, giving it to him.
No, thank you. I do not use blades.
That's not what it's for.
Then what?
It's an apology.
I'll accept an apology when you do some good.
She'll flip it and put it back up.
What'd you say, Sneak?
I think we have a pretty good track record.
He doesn't. Not with you. Oh, he's far from fully trusting you. He's yeah.
Really? It was just outed that we're paid to kill him.
Yeah, imagine that. And two of the party members went, pays good. Just...
Do you want to help the Empire? No.
But money.
Taryn,
He's like, pay me enough, I'll do anything.
Taryn, you care to drive and I'll do shotgun?
Sure.
Oh, are we taking the head or leaving it?
I didn't touch it.
I just left it.
I'm going to bury the head. Thank you.
Okay. On the grounds of your place, I'm pretty sure these are like some unholy people.
That's good because Sterling is it's some weird shit.
Regardless if they are unholy or not, a proper burial would be given.
Cool. I mean, you could always just light it on fire. It'll burn away.
Reggie smirks and just keeps trotting. He likes fire. Oh, I was so excited for you guys to fuck up enough that you actually got to roll initiative.
We were close.
Yeah, you
I
got
mean, the
close.
only one who I really, really don't want to fight is Miss Teresa lady because...
Oh no, she's the most terrifying of the three of them.
What, the Wuhan Gates wasn't enough for you?
What?
I mean,
Oh, what happened over there was kind of an incident.
yeah,
Right.
a high-level cleric is like not good.
Mm-mm.
Let alone when you have two people backing them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's 2 clerics and a spellcaster
Of some kind.
of some kind.
Clearly not charisma.
True.
You know that much. You can pretty much guarantee at this point he is not a bard.
Well, it is. We know one is a cleric of the Raven Queen and one's a cleric of Palor.
And he's a mage of go fuck yourself and burn.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I assume she's an order cleric.
Ages.
Mm.
We caught the end of that, Steve.
Very observant, Joanna.
Hopefully this mic position works a bit better, because I'm always facing this way. But yeah, go fuck yourself and burn is the best kind of mage school, by far.
Evocation.
Maybe.
No, that's not what I said. It's go fuck yourself and burn.
But that's how everyone plays evocation.
You're not wrong.
Not at all.
But anyways, as you all start tracking back towards the east, we can finally go back to the map of the Menagerie Coast. Ba-ba-da-ba. Oh, they're not here anymore.
So we spent one night in the chapel, or was it 2?
One night total.
Well, we had to sleep. I guess maybe. No, I guess we didn't. Okay. And for clarification, we were never paid to kill Reggie. We were. Jenna hired us to look into the judge, and the gentleman pointed us at him, and like we probably said we'd kill him, but.
A request from the gentleman is not just a request. To ensure that you are not going to betray him, he had Kree take samples of each of your bloods, so no matter what, they can find you.
Yeah, but he never paid us to do it, and
Right.
Kai wasn't going to follow through with it. If
That's fine.
the whole point was that if Reggie was involved in Kai's mind.
I'm sure Reggie will totally understand that nuance and not
Oh.
hold a grudge.
We didn't want to kill you for money. We just did it because we were told to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even get anything out of it.
You
It
know
was
who
a
was
pleasure
a
trip.
you know who's a dick? Who?
I'm just really glad that none of us fucked up and said, "Oh, so Trent will find out."
I mean, that is his superior.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that, and he knows that, but he doesn't know that we know that.
Oh, he's assuming your party knows quite a lot because of Sterling.
I don't know anything.
Yeah, if any of you were actual military people, you would know Sterling's reputation.
Yep.
So far, what I know of Sterling is he transforms into old sea elf women, eats a lot of pastrami, and dances awkwardly.
Great. He dances
Great dancer.
greatly.
Yeah, he
Didn't
seems
you roll like a 9 on your performance check?
No, it was like a 29. It was high.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh,
It
okay.
was like. Yeah, it was a lot.
His performance
Oh,
is
so he's a really
insane.
good dancer.
Yeah, yeah.
he does seem like the pastrami, doesn't he?
Who
And he
doesn't?
likes crab in a bucket and having fun on the. I mean, he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
Also part of the KGB.
Who knows?
Well, and I think Alana would have picked up that Taryn and Sterling have worked together before, and Taryn was his like underling. Like,
Well, she does have a pretty abysmal insight.
true. Okay.
So maybe she is aware that y'all have a history, but she's not entirely sure what that entails. So, are we just gonna
Turn back the car.
jump to Nicodranus?
We can drive. Something might happen.
But yes, I think no matter what, we are forced to take horses to Nicodranus.
Mm-hmm.
Unless any of you have the capacity of teleportation.
No.
My
can-
particular skills do not involve the arcane.
Oh, wonderful. So I could have easily just kept out of speed from all of you.
No, I can teleport 90 feet and explode everyone around me when I do it.
I can
That sounds
teleport
fun.
myself, but only a short distance in the dark.
Distance isn't really a limitation for some of my skills.
Size isn't everything.
Kai is
Sterling
kind of
just
offended by
kinda-
that comment.
Everyone's
Sterling's just doing a little face palm while everyone's telling him their
Skill sets. Yeah. Yeah.
skill sets.
Yeah. As he writes them all down.
where the sun touches.
It's. I mean, if he knows anything at all, he's gonna know that Taryn does not do magic. Like, she's not sharing anything he wouldn't have already known.
So, out of character, none of you were on Reggie's radar at all. He had no idea
He
you were
would have
after
assumed
him.
that they were.
No, he's been busy. So trying to assassinate him is not the highest of his priorities.
Yeah, the moment the skull came out and said, "You're competing over to kill the Volstruck," I was like, "Oh, fuck."
And he's just, what?
Huh? He like
Yeah.
looks up like what?
Bro,
As we,
like,
as we started asking the questions, I was like, oh, we wrote those without, or not thinking that Reggie was going to be there when the questions were asked.
Well, I mean, how would we know that that was what we were competing for?
Yeah, like we had no idea.
and now the more you know.
But well, anyway.
It's so strange though. Why is that their goal? Killing the Volstruckers?
Good question.
I mean,
Not the evil struckers, but that one in particular.
Yeah.
The most
He's meddling. He's a meddling kid.
Yeah, I was about to say. Damn you, meddling kids.
But anyways, as you are staying on horseback, he is going to be asking you all questions the entire time, trying to learn what your skill sets in particular are, what holes in any plans you might all have, what fighting formations might be preferable, depending on how you infiltrate into a situation. If any of you are proficient in infiltration, if any of you have any sleuthiness in your expertise realm, any of you have contacts here in the Menagerie Coast, all of that. Like, he's evaluating a battle strategy while also trying to pry information out of all of you.
Kai's main interest is trying to figure out which way Varlil swings.
Who?
Barrel.
Varl.
You're asking a child.
Yeah, no, just end that
wait a
entire
minute.
thought process now.
Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed. How old is he?
In human years,
55.
14.
Oh, okay, I'm
So
sorry.
no,
Never
yeah,
mind.
yeah.
I thought, yeah.
You gotta wait another.
We
30
end that
years or
thought
so.
process now.
Yes, definitely. I didn't realize he was that young. Well, that kind of ruins that fun.
He's getting.
All right, guys, it was a fun session. We'll see you around. Take care.
But, speaking of that, Taryn would, Lincoln Farrell and Elvin. You're what, 50s, darling?
55.
Ah.
I'm 9.5.
But an accomplishment to be an assistant or so to someone of that age.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was very hard. Worked very hard on it. Got to just the church leader of the Church of Palor sent me over there because he's a good
Not
friend.
Palor, the
Not
Dawn
Palor,
Father.
Dawn Father. I keep saying Dawn. The head priest at the Church of the Dawn Father sent me to help Mother Teresa. I was very excited to get this assignment.
And you've ended up with us.
Yeah, now I am here. Okay,
Well,
let me be honest with you while they can understand this. How troublesome is this group?
very.
On the scale of I need to go get diamonds to revive y'all, if y'all are probably to die too, just minor healing will be suffice.
What's the biggest diamond you could find?
Okay.
Sterling says pastrami, and hands him pastrami, or offers pastrami.
Thank you. Is this normal?
Just assume that anything that happens is normal for us. It's not normal for anyone else, but it's normal for us.
Okay.
And Donlin, if you have any trouble with any of them, just let me know.
Thank you. I swap back the common. I am very thankful for the pastrami. I am very grateful.
Sterling says in Elvish, "You're welcome."
Smack.
I'll say in Elvish, Elvish is one of the most common languages in the world.
It's the only other one I know. Calm down.
Kai, aren't you a half elf?
Yeah.
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 So Sneak is the only one here that doesn't understand.
Yeah. Sneak. Just like.
And I was talking elf to elf, thank you.
Oh, excuse me, full blood.
Sneak's just spitting infernal curses at you all.
And watch out
Now
for
that I need to learn.
watch out for Taryn. She has sticky fingers sometimes.
I got this fair and square. You didn't see it first, and I did.
I didn't see it first because I was covering our ass by looking around for other attackers.
Why is every
Right.
group of adventurers exactly
This is
like this?
In my life in the next few months.
Why are you surprised?
Speaking of things, can I have that armor that we took off the assassin? The one with 2 augments in it?
The leather armor.
Yeah.
I'm asking as a player. You're referring to the leather armor, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm set for now on armor. so-
Executive decision, Sterling. Yep.
That's his job. He is the executive decision.
Incredibly incriminating armor, which, thank God, Flamio has not seen.
You pull out the armor. So,
I know how to add it to my character sheet. Oh, there's all there.
Specializations. Besides healing, I'm also good at area destruction or multiple area flames, creating flames in a big area.
yes, I heard your skilled proficiencies are similar to mine in that regard.
And you're a man of the
Oh.
cloth.
Yeah, the Dawnfather.
Okay, good to know.
A righteous fire can burn through anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Reggie nods at you, Varel.
An old saying goes: if the fire doesn't work, you haven't used enough of it.
Is that a saying? I haven't heard that.
It is.
So shall we play a game of I Spy to pass the way?
I would rather learn everybody's skill set so I know what we are heading into given any situation. As of now, my only evaluation is Terran is the only useful one among you outside of a fight.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
What do you mean, only useful one here?
Outside of a
Outside of-
fight.
Fine.
Well then please, enlighten me.
No.
How are you useful?
No, you've already made your decision.
No, I have not. I'm evaluating so we have a higher percentage of chance to succeed.
I turned my shoulder.
I can provide knowledge of religion and knowledge of history, and if you need to, if you can get me to either a crystal ball or a nice silver mirror, I can scry for you outside of combat.
Good, I have those at my disposal.
I mean, yes, most of my talents lie in fighting, but I am fairly persuasive, relatively proficient at convincing people of my version of the truth, and I can create a darkness that I can see through.
He looks over at you. That is good information to have. Does it limit people's possibilities of seeing through it if they have the possibility of seeing through illusions or other such magics? Or is it only a specific sight that you have that can peer through such a magic?
I believe it is only I that can see through it.
So it is non-exceptional darkness. But you have learned how to see through it. Understood.
And
I
my
hit
weaponry
things.
is unique.
Bless you.
Kai's weaponry is biological warfare.
I like that.
He's really good at hitting kids.
Reggie
Yeah,
immediately glares at you.
Steps away from Kai.
There's,
Kai was
and there's still the big stuffed animals and stuff in the back of the wagon.
Sorry about that. The I hit things got me.
Oh, is that why?
He's exceptional at hitting kids. Oh, God.
I threw him a bear. Leave me alone.
Knocked him on his ass. The
Well,
bear weighs as much as he does.
It's not my fault. He's not a very tough kid.
Yeah, wait till back to the board.
Gods.
And Sterling, you're a master
Yes.
manipulator, strategist on the battlefield, proficient in versions of interrogation that do not specifically pertain to torture or torment on individuals. I believe you are also a political ally to many different individuals who may even be enemies amongst themselves. You have long-lasting contacts within many branches of the Empire's military, and a few neighboring allies amongst that region as well. Am I missing anything else from the past, 50 years or so?
Wow, that's I wish I could be as amazing as you describe, but wow. Strummy?
He just keeps trotting.
I'm going to cast cure on his head to Sterling, just to check it's okay.
Bing! Yeah, he's good.
Okay. Making sure.
The first thing he said was Master Manipulator.
Some questions don't need an answer.
Very well. It sounds to me that my skill sets are going to be close in allyship with Terran or possibly Kai.
Kai just smiles.
No. My magic is either utilitarian in nature or purely destructive. I don't have any spells that hurt people subtly at my disposal. Subtlety was not the reason I learned magic.
Well, I would prefer if, when we're done with this, Nicodranas was still standing.
As would I, but if we ruin somebody who is trying to do something like what Sneak provided to us information-wise yesterday, and we have to sacrifice a block or two, let's hope that enough people evacuate.
Well,
We could just not
Let's-
bathe Kai for a few days and set him loose first.
The brutality.
Terran, my opinion of you has decreased.
1d4 psychic damage.
Little
I'm going to keep a very close eye on Reggie this whole time.
Terran, care for a game of I Spy? Wager a gold?
Now, how's that fair if I'm driving?
All right, we don't have to wager anything, just to pass the time.
Sure.
Oana, the entire time, he seems to be evaluating all of you, trotting in front of to look inside, trotting behind to look inside, and writing inside of a little journal everything.
And while Terran and Sterling are playing I Spy, Sterling's gonna do a horrible job and continually lose.
To Terran's 10 passive perception.
Yep.
I don't see anything.
I don't even see the road we're on.
So
I assume. So, what's the plan when we get to Nicodranas?
that is something I would
Boardwalk.
like to figure out as well.
Oh, I guess we could do other things first, but I would like to
We
play some
have a-
games while we're there.
Sure, but we have a location. The Claros Inn/bar was a haunt of theirs. Did we have one other place?
Just the Claros.
So I presume that's our only really lead to go off of. Unless, Reggie, perhaps you know something we don't.
Oh, we have a very good lead in the way. They're looking for me.
Perfect, you'll be bait.
Exactly.
That's our
we-
Halloween, remember?
Yes,
You have to remind.
perfect.
so we'll
That way
send you
they
to the-
know there's competition, and they may slip up.
We know that they typically don't operate in the open, so it might be useful to make them aware of us and then lure them into a secluded area as a trap and try to capture one of them.
Sounds like a decent
we
plan.
set it up as we are going after Reginald here, and we happen to turn on them at the last moment.
Also good. Yeah. Like that. I assume
Sterling,
they have people everywhere.
I forget, Sterling, you didn't message while around him yet, have you?
I did actually. I
Okay, he
messaged him.
noticed.
Well, because I messaged him directly.
Yes, that's right. So he will go, wonderful. We need to make sure whatever system of events is set up, that Sterling is within 120 feet of myself, so that even if he is pushed a little further away, he can be able to quickly warn me that my imminent demise is coming.
That's fair.
I'd like to put this out there: if they are, this group is as organized as they sound from what you are telling me, there is a high probability they might spot us on the road if we go to any villages, and they might put up a chain that we are traveling together.
Oh, you're not traveling with me right now. There is nobody within a quarter mile of us at this given point in time, and if somebody does come to be in appearance, I will disappear from their sights immediately.
Or you could always change the way you look.
That would not evade their suspicion. This organization is very good. No person is the safest bet.
So Sterling, no more old sea ladies, please.
Anything I can do. So, of course I won't.
So, not to mention, even if they are magically divining on this location right now, there is no possibility of them seeing me.
Well,
Useful.
The old ring of brain boxing.
No.
there's always the risk that if they were to look in on us, we would be discussing something compromising at the moment. So
Well,
let's just refer to him as our friend for now.
And, Jero, as we pass by where Sneak ditched the body in the middle of the road, is the body still there, or is
No.
it? Okay, didn't think so, but I thought I would ask.
body's gone, no
I
traces,
believe-
no trails, no blood marks, nothing. You easily see that with your passive.
Thank you.
I
But I
spied.
suck at I Spy.
Yeah.
I spied nobody in the road.
Well, it's been a full day. I assume at least some animals would have had a chance to pick at it or carry it off.
Yes.
Regardless, I am perfectly content putting myself in a compromised position so that all of you have the opportunity to act like you are going to be finding me when they are as well. Currently, I'm traveling with you so that we can discern our own particular skill sets, see how they compare with one another, and devise this plan. The moment the plan is solidified, I will travel on up ahead without them being any the wiser and get myself situated in this position.
Excellent. So we have a plan.
Do we know of a position that would be secluded enough that they would actually be tempted to find me? As a Volstrucker, I usually stick to the chateaus and places like that when I'm going to be resting anyways.
There's the beach.
Yeah, beach maybe.
There's no one there right now because of, the sea monsters.
True. I believe there is a shack on the beach, roughly a mile and a half south of Nikodranas.
Okay, we can go there.
Are you aware of its location, any of you?
A mile and a half south of Nikodranas.
Sorry,
Well,
I'm
it's
writing.
more than that. You need to know which section of the beach, if it's on a different plateau, know the terrain, stuff like that. Roll me a history check, Oana.
History.
Yep.
My specialty.
5. I mean, you're aware it's a mile and a half south of Nikodranas. That's about it.
And you know of the shack that we ate at.
That
yeah,
was
but
north.
that's like in Nikodranas itself.
Yeah. That was north, and not a mile. That was close, like quarter mile. But yeah, he goes, all right, none of you know where it is. I'll see if I can't scrap us together a proper map in the way, and I need to be sure that I am going to go to that location probably 12 hours before your arrival point in Nicodranas. That'll give me enough time to make sure that they at least sense my presence is nearby. And
You could always make yourself known, just walk through the streets. But they might actually find that more suspicious than if you tried to stay hidden.
which is why I would rather them find me staying hidden. Veril, are you capable of bringing me back from the dead if I've been longer dead than a minute?
At this time, no.
Fantastic. I guess I better hope I don't die before you all find
I
me.
can extend your corpse duration and then do it if I need to, but if you've been dead before I can reach you, I cannot.
Do you mean you can't do it right now, or you don't have the materials?
I don't have the materials, and the body has to be dead within a few minutes, or have been preserved properly.
Isn't Raise Dead like a fifth level spell?
I don't have raised dead.
I have Revivify.
Right, he's saying, like, in the future, could you have it?
I could. Let me check if
You
Raise Dead
could.
is a-
You would need 500 GP worth of, what do you call it? Diamonds.
Diamond, yes.
Materials to do it at this time, but I could do it in the future if I could get 500. A diamond worth about 500 gold.
You will.
Check to make sure, because
Very well.
I'm gonna look at Reggie and say, I'm very poor.
I can provide you with the proper materials.
Thank you. This shall be used for you.
Yes. However... Damn. Alright, let's see if he can smart this shit.
I heard something very strange right there.
Well, he's trying to conduct a proper plan.
No, but just the word.
Yeah, that doesn't work then.
I like that Reggie's helping. Player talking. Player. I like that Reggie's helping us, but I feel like I have my arm tied behind my back.
That's
I can't
understandable. Yeah,
speak openly.
yeah. I mean, you can, but
Well, yeah.
you could. But anyways, he goes, all right. Near that hovel, there is a location. Roughly about 400 or so feet away. The shack is located within 50 feet of the beach itself. Another 100 feet off the shoreline, there is a little cove hidden inside of the coral reef. If you swim through there, there is a group of grung or furfa that live out there. If you can be good to all of them, there is a little underwater haven that is roughly located about 500 feet beneath the shack, give or take, in its location. If you do not find me at the shack, presume I am dead and my body will be in that location. He, while traveling, goes over towards your cart, hands the reins over to you, Sterling. Swap with me for a moment.
Sure.
And he's very nimble, very acrobatic. Just doop. Sits next to you, Taryn. Reaches behind his cloak where he pulls out a bag. It's kind of like a fanny pack that was positioned on his back. Opens it up and pulls out a very, very large chunk of ivory that's encrusted with many different gems all throughout it. He places it in his palm and begins twisting the ivory in connecting units causing the gems to move, replace, and react in different positions
She's
with
trying
sparks
to
of
keep
magic.
like the money signs out of her eyes.
It's a Rubik's cube, basically, right?
Cylindrical Rubik's cube,
Or
more
like
or
the
less.
thing from the Da Vinci Code.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And as he's going through all of that, he's saying incantations under his voice. And then finishes a spell, turns it upside down, and you see one of the gems hops off and attaches to his arm and then solidifies into his arm.
And that's why
That's
I don't mess with the arcane.
Am I able to? I know that I've swapped positions, but
Oh, you're
Am
right
I-
next to him, just riding
okay,
his
so I
horse.
can. Okay.
Yeah, you saw the entire thing. If you're interested in rolling an Arcana check, you are more than welcome to.
Oh, where's Fulcrum when I need him? Ooh.
22. This is a spell that, typically speaking, not many people inside of the Empire are aware of. However, it's usually kept very close to the chests of those that belong to the Cerberus Assembly. What he is doing is encrusting himself with a spell that will trigger if a specific course of events transpires. He's creating a contingency. And based off of what he told you, you can infer that he's going to teleport to that location that he is aware of if he dies. And that is his contingency.
Gotcha.
However, you have 1 hour from the point that he dies to find his body, or else Trent finds out
Do I have?
everything that you all discussed with that.
Then we re-roll our characters.
Yes.
Oh, don't
Sneak-
worry. If you're watching the other games, Trent's a little busy right now.
There's always another continent.
Yeah.
That's Hadori.
Wow,
Uh,
Tal'Dorei is so beautiful this time of year. Have you ever been to
He
Iman?
is.
He's like, I
Iman.
heard Marquette has some great drinks.
Oh, please don't go to Marquette yet. That's the only one I don't have planned.
Okay.
Marquette's the only place I don't have any type of planning around. Isocross, go to Isocross. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he wouldn't follow us there.
No, that's way too dangerous for him to go to.
Is that not?
What'd
so
you
we'll
say?
just die to some creature.
Hey guys, look where we are. Dire purple worm. Oh!
That's why no one lives here.
This place sucks.
So, we're going to travel there by foot, and then he's going to stay with us until we get close to the city.
Until you are 12 hours away from the city, which will be in about a day and a half or so.
Okay, so we're halfway through. On the nights, I'm just going to continuously try to cast Dream on the person who Reggie turned into. I want to see if I can make contact.
Roll me the dream spell. I need to know if there is possibilities of this.
Dream a little dream.
Known to you. Yet again, we are going to look at teleport to see what is constituted as known. You know what? Were you the one who heard him speak?
Yes, we were talking.
You, Sterling, were the two involved in that.
Oh, no, you mean from the assassin. I thought you meant Reggie.
Yeah, no, from the
Um,
assassin specifically.
No, it was Kai and Sterling.
Okay, so you don't know what he sounds like. You've never had a conversation with him. You've never had any direct interactions, but you do know what he looks like. I'm going to say roll a D100. 40 or higher, you know who you have enough information that dream could potentially work.
Nope.
Yeah, sorry.
All good.
Visuals does not allow you to know somebody.
But
Ooh,
I
that
mean
would
him.
be totally messed up. See portraits of people.
Well, Reggie like turned into him. So
Well, I know,
Right,
but
yeah,
enough
yeah,
of
yeah.
that.
I was just being evil and like,
Walk down the
thinking,
hallway. Trent, and just keep going.
No, it's a pretty evil spell. Not evil, but insidious. And I fully intend, if Reggie becomes a problem, to use it on him.
Oh yeah, just give him insomnia. Just
Yeah.
You're
I'll
never
be
allowed
like,
to
You're never
sleep."
gonna sleep well again.
Ooh,
yeah.
yeah. I just
And
thought about that,
considering
too.
Oana doesn't need to sleep, she can do that.
Yep.
Just What are you doing, Oana? Reading a book.
Yep. Nothing terrible at all.
But yes, unfortunately, you would have to have had at least some type of contact with the individual in a more physical manner, either vocally or visually seen in person, for you to know
In
them.
fact, I was paralyzed when he was talking, actually. Got stabbed from the dagger.
Oh yeah, so that's the 34. Completely out of it. Unfortunate. But hey, there's always a chance, right?
Yeah.
Anyways. Any other plans you all would like to take?
I am good for the moment.
Yep. Yeah.
Good for
Just
the moment.
anticipation of the coming
Oh,
events.
It's going to be a coming event. Well then. Once you're roughly about an evening's rest plus 4 hours of travel away from Nicodranas. Oh wait, no, you guys travel at night thanks to Oana. Once you're 12 hours away, because you just perpetually move, from Nicodranas, Reggie does go off the side of the road. Looks at his horse, nods, and the horse runs into the forest. He then pulls out a piece of chalk and begins drawing a circle. So, I'm going up ahead. All of you have 12 hours to get there. Please do not make it look like you are just charging the place specifically. Do your own surveillance. Do your own investigation of the situation. You start precipitating his chalk.
No. I was curious. My brain, I'm not gonna do that to him, but I was like, can people do that to their chalk? Like sit there and mess up like that would be horrible.
Oh yeah,
Anyway.
someone's spell casting, you just go, boop, and they go, "Ah, that's so expensive.
Mold earth.
Yeah, that works too. Just
Yep.
no.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just curious if that would.
Cantrips are busted.
Hmm.
But anyways,
I mean, I could Eldritch Blast it.
or just blast them, you know, like
True.
I could power word kill the circle.
I could explode it.
You can
What else?
explode all of us.
That's one thing I actually wanted to talk to Chair about is I want to start working on hand grenades.
Oh god.
Talk to an artificer.
I mean, you just need something and then pack it full of black powder and then put a wick in it, right?
I have
It's
Tinker
more-
tools.
Complicated than
You're
that.
you're proficient with tinker tools.
Yes, I'm a gunslinger.
You're gonna need some downtime activity to see if you can research it, because it is
Okay.
more complicated than gunpowder throw, because that's called TNT, and that shit's
Right.
volatile.
Well,
don't want
TNT
TNT.
is
This is more like of a directed
Right.
thing.
And if you want a great grenade, we need to figure out if you want it to be a frag grenade, if you want it to be just a concussive grenade, or
A
if you want an
variety.
incinerary grenade, because that's what you described was incinerary.
It's basically a fireball that you can hold in your
Well,
pocket.
there's flashbangs, there's
Yeah.
Those That's a lot more complicated than a frag grenade is.
This, this is why wizards are great. You want a bomb? Fireball. Flashbang? color spray.
Yeah, you want a flashbang? I am the flashbang.
Phrasing? But anyways. Got him again. Anyways. He finishes his circle, looks at all of you. All right. I am putting a little bit of trust in all of you to make sure I do not die. If we complete this, I would like to go with all of you back to the Empire and have a little conversation with Jenna.
A speaky speaker.
A squeaky.
Perfect.
I thought you wanted to kill the gentleman.
In due time. However, I would like to know why she wants all of you to track me down, and I would like to know her position in all of these personal affairs as well. Given that I am on leave of absence from the Volstruckers, having the opportunity to discuss something more personal with her will be advantageous to me, and potentially future dealings with one another.
Maybe she's just very lonely.
There is something I'd like to put out there before we go to see.
Quiet, what? You're quiet, what'd you say?
Quiet, they told me to quiet. Is this better?
Yeah. I meant
there-
you are quiet, sorry.
Yeah. Something I would like to put out there. Could we probably get a message ahead to this Jenna that I am coming to the Empire?
Oh yeah, you're a drow.
Reggie looks at you.
Dude,
If you are in the Empire with me, nobody would dare threaten you.
I just like to be cautious.
That is fair.
And
But
if anyone
even
has anything
Jenna-
to say, they'd have me to deal with as well.
Thank
Let's
you.
not get too hasty. He looks at you, Taryn. Regardless, my mere presence in the Empire makes people hesitate in any decision they make. So, we have no issues with you. I will be sure nobody else has issues either. We don't need to kill our citizens because they were taught with hatred. We need to
Not
kill the ones that
kill.
act upon it.
There's ways to get around that without having to kill anyone.
Your cannon is capable of not killing someone?
Yes.
He looks at you with a very large amount of disbelief.
I'd use the other pistol.
But
Well,
anyway.
Reggie, best of luck. We've got your back. We'll see you in the not too distant future.
Sterling, you easily discern out of everybody here, you're the only one he doesn't like.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, he doesn't like most of you. You're the one he very doesn't like. But he completes his circle. There's a flash of energy, and then all of the chalk disappears, and he's gone.
I think I can speak for everyone when I say I feel a bit more comfortable now. That was one of the most awkward 3 days of my life.
Yes, I don't think it was our intention that it be outed quite like that we were here to kill him. And
It was. Go on, Snake.
well, I now feel slightly conflicted about the idea of killing him.
Never should take a life of ease of conscience.
Yes, it was almost as awkward as the week I spent with my Uncle Theodore. Anyway,
Oh yeah, that was a weekend, wasn't it?
shall we continue on?
Mm-hmm.
I prefer to
Oh,
talk and move. Yes.
He said that we should act normal when we get there. What should we do to act normal? Should we just go to a bar?
That's our usual first stop.
The boardwalk. Come on.
Boardwalk?
Boardwalk.
Okay.
Some of us start asking around for Volstrucker or for Reginald himself.
My only concern is they know that we wouldn't have come back to the city to go to the boardwalk. So if we want to, keep up a facade, it might be best to act as if we're trying to be unseen and go to, or trying to be cautious and go to the place where we stayed in before, the very public hostel, and set up a room.
That's very true. We could go there, and we could put together a scouting group.
Hmm.
If y'all need someone that's not really known to be with y'all, I don't think they know I joined y'all. I could help.
It's true. Maybe you should enter the city slightly ahead of us. Oh wait, you don't know where to go.
No, I have no idea where to go.
Maybe just stick with us and we'll play it by ear, but I do think we should at least pretend as if we're trying to not be seen.
Or that we're avoiding them.
Yeah. And then once we get set up in our rooms, we'll travel to the shack. That way we
don't
also
know
have a
about
place
we
to retreat
all.
to.
How quiet are all of you?
I don't think we should go there unless it's all of us, because we should be prepared for anything. If we get there and he's being attacked by 7 assassins, we wouldn't want to just be, 2 or 3 of us.
It's true.
When we can go, I guess, make a 2-pronged thing where we each end up at the same place, but we travel different paths, if you're super concerned about that.
I am, in the way that, not to be rude, but some of you, I'm a lot quieter than most of you. And if I was really going to go look at a Volstrucker, I would either work alone or with one other.
Yeah. I can get there without anyone noticing, for certain. But it would kind of limit my abilities for the rest of the day.
I just happen to be quiet as I am.
Maybe if we can't have any, reliable measure of stealth, we should just travel as a group. Safer in numbers, I guess. I'm not sure. I just think that whatever we do, we should set up a place to stay if in case we need it.
So, I do agree. Let's go back and get a room where we were before. I have a kit here, some makeup. I can help with some disguises. And Jero, I'm going to start doing disguise self on myself to make myself older, a little bit, look a little bit different, but I'm going to do a bad job. Not like horrible, so it stands out, but so that it looks like...
Roll me a deception check.
So it's like, oh, he's in this, like...
Yeah, how deceptively bad intentionally did you make this?
So that people kind of know that maybe there's something a little off, but can't quite figure out.
Yeah, let's see that deception.
Ooh.
So 20.
Yeah.
God, subclass is ridiculous. Okay. Let's see how well that works.
Yeah.
You best not be trying any of that over here.
No, you're too beautiful to do that with.
Stolen, stop.
Very well.
Ooh,
So-
you're muted, I think. Oh, never mind.
No. I was just a little quiet thinking. Any other preparations you all wish to take?
For one, changing out one spell after a long rest, get that conversation, to my 5th level spell from Mass Cure Wounds to Raise Dead.
Very good. You can prepare more than one 5th level spell.
It's just one or two I'm keeping. Actually, I might change out Scrying. I don't think we're gonna need that, and I just don't have the ability for it.
How about we find out next session, when we actually have you all return to Nicodranus to hunt down your ally / prey that you've been seeking for so very long.
And to go to the boardwalk.
And to go to the boardwalk. Sterling charisma say no. But players, thank you so much for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I hope you all had a fantastic time. We will see you again next week, and goodbye.